I've pulled together a list of 10 rock-solid side hustles for you to start in 2024. All it's going to take is a bit of hard work, some sweat, and the ability to get up in the morning and do an honest day's work. Now, if you can manage all of that, then you'll easily be on the way to making $1,000 a day. Now, you've probably come across the videos on YouTube of people raking it in with pressure washing. Now, you can do this door to door in your own neighborhood, cleaning driveways, sidings, and decks, and more. Now, I won't lie, this is dirty work and it can be hot out there in the sun and there's a lot of moisture, it's humid, but if a job's unpleasant, that's what makes it a great side hustle opportunity. People don't want to do this work themselves, they would much rather pay for somebody else to do it. Now, an average price for this kind of work is around 40 to 50 cents per square meter. And as the average drive is around about 600 square meters, you could earn easily $250 for around 2 hours work. 8 hours of this gives you $1,000 a day. And not only are you making great money, you're making people happy and you're also making the world a cleaner place. So yay you. Now, the next one on the list is good old basic stuff. And it's stuff you probably handle at home. Window clean. I mean, it's the basic of the basic, a ladder, a hose, and a squidgy, and you're all set. This isn't some exotic, untested, super hyped up internet scam idea. This is real world stuff. And it's also a great workout, so you won't have to spend so much time at the gym. And after the year we've had with inflation rampant and this cost of living skyrocketing, if your income isn't quite covering all the bills and next month looking even more daunting, well, now is the time to jump in. A couple of $100 on a Saturday might just be the magic trick. Do that 4 times a month and suddenly inflation becomes somebody else's problem. Many homes, especially those built before the 1980s, relied on paint and caulking for their weatherproofing. Over time, that caulking facing the relentless sun, it starts to crumble and crack. And this is when water seeps in. What happens then is the house gets soggy, bugs move in, and suddenly the property value takes a nosedive. That's where a solid caulking seal comes in. Now again, this isn't some sexed up generative AI online side hustle promising instant riches with no effort. Truth bomb, they don't work. This is real physical work. Climbing up a ladder, wielding tools under a scorching sun. It might not be a walk in the park, but you can charge good money for it. Now, this kind of work falls into the category of handyman services. And the average handyman in North America is raking in around $85 an hour. So don't shortchange yourself. Get out there and tackle some caulking and watch the money come rolling in. Now, if you have a good attention to detail and are careful, then this next side hustle might just be for you. Before we dive in, if you're getting value from this video, then please press the like button. It tells the geeks over at YouTube that they might want to share this video to other smart solopreneurs just like you. Now, people are in constant motion, moving from place to place, and guess what? They'd much rather throw some dollars at somebody to come in and sort out all their fixtures and fittings. Now, the fancy name for this is an installation engineer, but what this really boils down to is this: picture hanging, TV mounting, and that's it. All you need is a tape measure, a level, and a drill, and you're ready to go to work. Put a few well-placed adverts on lampposts in areas with new build houses and wait for the calls to come in offering you work. Now, for this, you charge a per hour rate, usually around $25 to $50 an hour. Now, for an 8-hour day, that would work out to around $200 to $400 a day. Working the weekend, this gives you up to $800. 4 times a month, that's $3,200 extra in your pocket. So don't belittle it. You are turning houses into homes and you're making a tidy sum of money while you're doing it. Next up is something we all have to do. Well, at least I hope you are. Cleaning your house. Think about this, there's 35 to 50 million people in the United States alone on the lookout for somebody to come in and do some regular cleaning for them. Whether it's weekly, monthly, or a daily gig, there will always be people needing this service. Now, normally this falls under agency work, but you don't need to do it that way. You can carve your own path, find your own customers, build those personal connections, and charge top dollar for your cleaning services. And let's be real, if your weekly grocery shop jumps up another $20 a week, well, you won't feel it so much because you'll be making an extra $200 a day. There'll be others that are feeling the pinch, but you will still be putting food on the table and having extra money in your pocket too, which means you get to wave goodbye to the stress that everybody else is losing sleep over in terms of what they're hearing on the news. Listen, you don't have to be stuck with what the world is throwing at you. Go out there and grab your own slice of the pie. These side hustles are rock solid, real, and ready for the taking. So if you happen to own a pickup truck that's just idling away in your driveway there, then essentially you're letting money slip through your fingers. You should put that truck to work. Do deliveries, haul away trash for people, use that box on the back axle. I mean, you're already shelling out payments for that truck, right? Well, you might as well make it earn its keep. It's a win-win. Your truck gets busy and you get to enjoy some extra cash while you're doing it. I mean, you can easily charge up to $200 a load, and you'd only need 5 jobs a day to bring in $1,000 a day. The last time I checked, IKEA was still churning out a ton of flat pack build-it-yourself stuff. And guess what? Many people out there despise assembling it themselves. People will gladly pay you to come and build a new bed, set up some new bookshelves, or assemble a new wardrobe. Believe me, there's a real market for this. I mean, no doubt you built plenty of IKEA stuff yourself over time, and you know as well as I do that if somebody else would do it for you, you would jump at the chance. So be that person for others. The more you do it, the more skilled you get, the quicker you become, and that translates into more dollars per hour in your pocket. Number 8 on this list is gutter cleaning. Yes, I know this is not a pleasant task, but that's the point and the reason why people will pay other people to do it for them. And you know what? It only takes a few minutes, and you're basically using somebody else's equipment, namely their water. All you've got to do is get up the ladder and give those gutters a good wash and clean up. And the reason this is such a sought after service is that if you neglect your gutters, they turn into a breeding ground for debris, and soon enough you've got a mini jungle up there. But this is actually a bigger problem than you might think. You see, all that water heads straight down to the edge of your foundation, and spoiler alert, it's not a foundation. It's a concrete slab, and water will start washing away all that sand underneath, and sooner or later those houses face all the same problem. So what happens to all that weight on an unsupported concrete slab? A crack right in the middle of your living room. So people understand that cleaning gutters is an investment in protecting their property, and if they're not up for the task, they will be more than willing to pay somebody else to do it for them. Many people have a dream of owning a picturesque property with beautiful gardens, but they forget how much upkeep they need, from the snow clearance to ice treatment to the grass cutting and the fall leaf raking chore. It's a whole list of tasks including edging and weeding. So why is this a good side hustle? Because people with these lovely gardens want to kick back in their air-conditioned homes, watching the game, sipping a margarita while watching somebody else take care of the seasonal grind. But let me be crystal clear. There's absolutely no disrespect for being the one doing the work. Honest, hard work, complete with blood, sweat and tears, has this magical ability to elevate you beyond whatever situation you're currently in. So as with all of these side hustles, don't let yourself feel any lower class. The times are changing, and those who roll up their sleeves and work for a living are more and more in demand. The shift is happening as people realize that their computer jobs are more and more being done by, well, computers. So who becomes the newfound middle and upper class heroes? Well, those with the skills to fix a leaky faucet and unclog a toilet. They're becoming the unicorns worth $1,000 a flush. It's the age of the hands-on, hard-working heroes. Embrace it. The final side hustle on our list is to become a handyman. And if you're a homeowner, you already have all the opportunities you'll need to learn the skills of a handyman. So invest some time in yourselves, master the skills, get familiar with the tools, and train yourself to tackle most of those household repairs that your own house needs. And this is a really fantastic idea because of this one thing. We're on the brink of a handyman renaissance. The days are fast approaching when a skilled handyman will be able to command $200 an hour. Some services are already charging between $135 to $150. Within the next 5 years, $200 an hour will be the new national average. So don't shy away from building up those handyman skills. And once you've built up some surplus cash with your new side hustle, you might want to look into investing it the more traditional way. And this video shows you where to start.